Have you ever wondered if you're actually healing, even though you still get triggered? What if one of the biggest signs you're healing isn't that you stop getting triggered, but it's that more of you remains available when you do? And that's what we're exploring today. Because I think many women are making far more progress than they realize. They're just maybe looking for the wrong signs. They're looking for a day when they never get triggered again, or a day when they stop reacting completely, or a day when everything feels easy. But that's rarely how growth shows up. In fact, some of the most important signs of healing are surprisingly subtle. So it's very likely you're making more progress than you realize, and you just aren't measuring it because healing often doesn't look like becoming a different person overnight. It looks like small shifts. You may notice activation sooner. You recover faster. You need less reassurance. You take things less personally. You stay present in difficult conversations just a little longer than you did before. And you come back to yourself more quickly after losing access. These changes can seem insignificant, but they're not. They're often signs that capacity is growing. And capacity is what changes everything because the goal is not to never become activated. The goal is to remain connected to yourself when activation happens. And that connection usually develops gradually, one moment at a time, one conversation at a time, one return back to yourself at a time. The biggest surprise for me was actually realizing that some of the most important changes happened before I consciously noticed them. I really wasn't paying attention to what was improving. I was paying attention to what was not perfect. Yeah. So when I look back now, I can see things that were changing long before I recognized them. I was shutting down less, I was recovering more quickly, staying open longer, and trusting myself more. And most importantly, I was staying connected to myself in situations where I used to disappear completely or want to be invisible. Not every time and not perfectly, but more often now than I used to. And that matters because healing is not perfection. Healing is increasing access to your awareness, your values, your intuition, your voice, your ability to remain present when life gets difficult. And this is why I often say healing isn't not becoming someone new. It's becoming able to stay connected to who you've always been more often for longer periods of time, especially when it matters most. And if you're seeing even small signs of that in your life, capacity is already growing. So instead of looking for what's not right, look for the signs that capacity is already growing, that you're able to stay with yourself longer and return to yourself, to that access that you have when life is calm and you're alone. Returning to that space when you're with another person. In the next video, we are going to explore why so many self-aware women understand their patterns, but still lose access to themselves when relationships get hard. Now, if today's teaching resonated with you, I've created a free training that I think that you'll really love. It's called Why You Lose Access to Yourself in Relationships. And I go pretty deep into why women lose access to themselves when emotional pressure rises so they can stay connected to themselves when it matters. You'll also receive a companion workbook that helps you recognize your own protection patterns, and then you can begin applying what you're learning in real time. So you can access that free training using the link below. And if this video was helpful, I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments if you if you've noticed that you return to yourself sooner, or if you are still paying attention to what's not perfect. And if you want to better understand why you lose yourself in relationships and learn how to stay connected, then go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And I will see you in the next video.